So yeah, here I am starting up a game. Fatal Fury Real Bout. You have to get Geese Howard or something like that. It's some edition from Japan. It came in a set with just a Real Bout Fatal Fury special. So I think this is just considered the original Real Bout Fatal Fury. I'm into special and special 2s, but here's I'm playing as Mai Shiranui against Terry Bogard here. And I'm, as the theme of the show is today, getting my ass kicked in SNK fighting games. So. I'm playing with control stick. Sorry, my shoulders. I'm getting kind of into it. That was adjusting the camera. But yeah, this thing with the Saturn is have these long loading times. But here's a Samurai Showdown. I think this is number 4. It's actually quite a challenging game, as you'll see, as my ass gets kicked. I wish I would have recorded the round before this, where I actually beat the previous person here to get to this round, but unfortunately that's just for the easy teaser, you know. This is the real game right here. And without playing this a lot, I only had so much room in my battery life for my camera, so I caught what I could, you know. And so as the theme goes, you'll see what happens. As a point of interest, I know some Japanese, and that character Amakusa is it's kind of a saying in Japanese, which means it literally is like thinking of sweetness, but it basically means like you can tell that the person's an amateur. Like, I smell an amateur kind of expression, so it's quite appropriate for this character to be the second character that comes in after the first easy character. You have to practice with this character to actually get decent at this. As you see, I get a little bit better as it goes, and I try some different characters, but you'll see it's not so easy. I get very close quite a few times, but this game isn't for the weak, and that's what makes these games good. And I like games like this. It takes a lot of investment to get good at them, but that's part of the fun. At the end, you'll see I'm going to put in a different game. That's kind of a little twist I'm going to have at the end, but that's going to be a little bit later on. A game that I'm a little bit more familiar with, but only you'll see how that is. So now here I'm trying a different character. A character I'm okay at. I that's the thing about Samurai Showdown. My problem with this game is I never focus on just one character. Like in Street Fighter, I focus just only on Ken at the beginning. Whereas this character, I kind of disperse my energy among like 2 or 3 characters. So I never got really that good in any character. Also, now thinking back again, I was kind of out of practice here playing here, but I'm just remembering as I'm watching this that a big key of Samurai Showdown actually is the timing. You got to play a lot more strategically than a Street Fighter game, and I think my problem here is I'm always picking up these games and trying to play them like Street Fighter. But yeah, I remember there was a time when I was more into this game, and I had learned that you gotta play more like chess a little bit in this game, and that's probably why I'm not doing as well here. Of course, some later iterations of Street Fighter have that issue as well, like Street Fighter 4 in particular. Street Fighter 3, maybe not as much, but Street Fighter 5 again has been simplified, so it's not like that as much either. It's more like the older school, simple, basic, original Street Fighter 2, but with all the expected enhancements both in the gameplay and the graphics. So anyway, so this is I think there's a show I've seen on YouTube. It's called Ridiculously Good-Looking Old School Games, or 2D Games, something like that. And I think this would fit into that category. I mean, look at this. This is playing on the Sega Saturn here, 2D powerhouse, on a CRT in S-Video. I'm happy that the camera actually picks it up okay. you don't lose the whole experience there. So yeah, so that guy kicked my ass again. Yeah, so now who am I gonna pick? Yeah, I think I picked this girl right here. I was like, I'm gonna pick the ninja, or I'm gonna pick the girl, and I'm like, yeah, okay, well, I'll pick the girl. I'm actually not really good at this character. I was just, at this point, I didn't really care anymore. I was like, yeah, I know I'm gonna lose. I might as well try some new characters, try something different. So it's a good way to keep playing and enjoying the game. So yeah, actually the loading times are not that bad on the Saturn. Like this is an SNK game, right? It's stuff that also came out on Neo Geo in some form or another, but on the Neo Geo CD, for instance, the loading times would be much longer than the Saturn. So that's quite an advantage for its time, and still is. A lot of these 2D fighters or 2D games that came out, especially arcade ones for the Saturn, are considered the best console versions of those games. So that's a real a draw for this as a collectible system, or you know, as just for something fun to have in your home arcade. So yeah, this game basically shows that level of, you know, you could say beauty in the animation and the design and the execution. You can hear me mashing away like I'm at an arcade with the arcade stick. Another thing I found is with Sega hardware, they always have excellent controllers, like the Sega Saturn arcade stick that I'm using to play the game. Yeah, so actually, see, I somehow get pretty close with this girl beating him, as you can see. It's a pretty long battle here. I even thought I was going to win, but maybe that was my flaw. I was not humble enough. You must learn in the battle the art of war. So yeah, here. It looks like I'm about to win, right? He has like no health. I think I beat him this round, actually. You see, I'm starting to lose it, and then I lose my cool, and he has like nothing, but he starts killing me, right? Because I became anxious. I let my nerves get to me, and oh, I was wrong. See, I died. See, I told you how that. So that was quite a good lesson learned within that realm. Now here to another game. Yes. So now something a little bit different. This is the original Real Bout Fatal Fury that I was playing at the beginning, now with a couple other characters. For some reason, I'm not sure if it's just because this is the way the game is, or it just so happened, my luck. I didn't want to play any one game too long. I wanted to go through a few of them, but it was like the exact same stage. Whatever characters I played. I didn't play that many, albeit, but yeah. Anyway, so the interesting thing about this game is that you can only play it with a certain RAM cartridge in the system. It adds, I think it is 1 megabyte of RAM to the already 2 megabytes of RAM on the system for a total of 3 megabytes of RAM. And it only works on that with that in there. If you have, let's say there's another upgrade, it's a 4 megabyte upgrade, which turns your 2 into 6 on the system, 4 plus 2. And it's not compatible with this game. There are some games that's optional. You can have either the 4 upgrade or the 1 upgrade card, or you can have none, even on some like that will have either none or either, or some that will only work if you have one of them in, but will take either one. And then there's ones that only take one, like it'll only work with the one, which are less common, like this game itself. Yeah, and then there's ones that need a unique or custom cartridge that came with the game, but those are only a couple games. Like King of Fighters 95 is the notable one. I think there's an Ultraman game, but that's not really, maybe except for it's a little bit more of a niche thing. If you're that into it, you'd already know about it. So here we go again in the round. I'm Andy, by the way, in this clip, going against Terry, and it's pretty close. But as the theme goes with this episode, I get my ass kicked in the end. I'm sorry to give you the ending over and over again, but hey, it's the title of the video. I figure it's not that much of a spoiler. So yeah. So there you go. So doing the classic moves. You know, Andy's just one of my favorite characters. I've never been that good at Andy, but I always just liked him as a character, and thought he had cool moves and neat play style. But I'm actually technically better at using Terry, funny enough. But okay, well I beat him that round, but like yeah. As you can see, I don't. Oh, wait a second. I actually won somehow. Oh wait, I thought the theme was. Sorry guys, here. I thought the theme was I'm supposed to be losing. What happened to the script here? Something's going wrong. No, seriously, guys. Like, what's going on here? I'm not supposed to be winning. What the hell? What is? Oh, okay. Well, here's another clip. This is something a little different. Like I said, it's the Real Bout Fatal Fury Real Bout special, and one of my favorite games. And in this game, I actually am more familiar with. But will I win? Will I lose? What can you trust anymore now that you've watched this video up to this point? If you're here up to this point. So this is a really amazing game. Actually, I also have this game, funny enough, on the Wii Virtual Console for the regular Wii. But there's it's a very subtle difference, but there is a difference, especially in S-Video. I find maybe if I played it on composite, I wouldn't see as much of a difference. But on S-Video, there's definitely a difference in I don't know how to describe the stability of the pixels, so to speak, on the screen, like the way how clean. Like, it doesn't look like it's flickering at all. Like, it's on the Wii, it has this really, really subtle flicker. It's not enough to get in the way of the gameplay, but this gives you more of a real arcade quality. The problem I find on both the Wii and the Xbox, I haven't found that problem on other. I didn't find that problem on like the N64, for instance, or the Saturn, or the called SNES, or the Genesis, or the Master. Well, I used the Genesis and Master System as one system. So anyway, I didn't find that problem on those systems. But for some reason, the Wii and the Xbox, unless you have the special Xbox adapter with like the specialized cable, just the S-Video directly, not using an adapter or something, but the actual correct cable and the official sort of conversion for the S-Video on the Xbox, then you don't have that problem. But otherwise, you have this really subtle flicker that I don't get on the Saturn here when I play games like this. So that's a little bit of an advantage. Also, it's a 2D powerhouse, as you can see, and arcade perfect. So here I'm kind of beating Blue Marie, but actually I like both those characters. I can use either one. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I'll catch you next time. See ya.